Yo, yo, yo. I've got one goal, and that's to find Hans Capon and have some fun with him. So, we got beers. We got fast travel. There we go. And we're doing it live. How you guys doing tonight? Hi. Okay. Donde está mi girl? Oh, girl. Are you in here, girl? Is it bedtime? Oh, there she is. Hello.
Hail the conquering hero.
Oh. Could you repair my clothes?
I've got something that needs stitching up.
What do you take me for, Henry? Your personal chambermaid? I stitched something for you not long ago.
Cool, want to go somewhere?
Wouldn't you like to take...
I'd love to.
Oh. Cool.
Henry, do you think sometimes about how it was in Scarlet?
How do you mean?
Back then.
Love the helmet.
Before... everything. When I was taking care of the hens at the mill, taking Sammy his lunch at the mines.
It seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
In the summer, I always took my shoes off and walked barefoot the whole way. And when it was really hot, I'd stop at the stream and stick my feet in the water for a while.
I had to make do with the tub in the yard when I was helping Pa in the forge. You know how hot it gets there in the summer? I always sneaked off if I could, even though I knew Pa would tan my hide when he came home.
I remember that. He was always looking for you all over the village, but you'd be hiding somewhere with Fritz and Matthew. Me and the other girls used to follow you secretly, but we never told your pa where you were. And when he gave up looking for you, the three of you would go off to the woods to beat each other with sticks.
Yeah, we were playing at being knights. Jesus, I used to get black and blue from it. I can still feel some of the blows that big ox Fritz landed on me.
No more playing at nights. Now you're practically a real one.
Indeed, as you say, young damsel, I am the very soul of knighthood.
Ah, the noble Sir Henry of Balderdash, the very picture of manhood. Pray, what is your coat of arms, Sir Knight? A beer tankard? A pair of crossed chicken legs?
Such wicked words, you shameless wench. Being a knight is not about symbols, but about deeds. But
my coat of arms should be a bolt of lightning above a stable.
I thought a knight was supposed to prove his manhood a bit differently than you with your lightning in the stable. And besides, it is unfitting to talk of such matters, lest there be complaints at the court that Sir Knight is wasting his strength on dallying with village girls.
Forgive me, fair maid. Love for you has clouded my reason.
Henry, you really are a donkey.
Wow.
The time passes so quickly with you, Henry. Come and see me again sometime.
Oh, we got a love buff. Nice. Okay. Is this a Hans quest? We must go check. I hope it is. Yes, kids, dally while you can. Yes. The Knight of Balderdash will come for you. If not... She straight up Gordon Ramsay'd you? You donkey? You donkey. Do 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 do.
Oi!
Is my boy asleep? Okay. Oh, hi.
Glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sir Hanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
Oh, Sakra. That doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I wonder what he wants to lecture me about this time. And you, because you're going with me.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. But I see it wasn't necessary. You look
I was
going
gonna
to
say,
as any
I got
courtier.
charisma 20,
Thanks.
bruh. Come on.
I'll try my best.
I mean, look at me.
So I see. But you can come and get those clothes later anyway. They're a little worn, but they're as fine as anything you'll get in the county.
I got that a lot in high school.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say,
Damn, we look good
chaperone.
without the helmet.
Uncle.
My lord?
Dude.
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
Like
were just...
boozing and whoring,
Oh,
for instance.
So we're doing this.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh,
I'm
don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake.
I mean,
About time you started taking some
that
responsibility.
didn't happen that way.
I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Kamberg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Kamberg. That name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too, a cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulflin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair, after all. Maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Okay. So without bloodshed sounded important. We don't want to mess this up. We want to do this right. Okay. It's not unusual for families to quarrel or get blown out of proportion. Not so in the case of Captain Bernard's kin. Two of his cousins are feuding so fiercely, one is lying seriously, one over tie. Okay. He's mustering a corps in the courtyard of the upper castle to ride out. Bro, I'm right behind you. Come on, man. Damn. Yeah, still to you. I am due to go back to Privitslavitz and get my bow. We'll probably do that tonight at some point.
How are you?
We went out and got this tonight, which is our new weapon. This is St. George's sword. So next is to get the bow. What's up, Bernard?
Sir Hanush sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hans, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out.
I got my own horse. We good.
Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Yeah. Hanush sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will.
Undoubtedly, Sir Hans. I just meant for your own safety.
I know what you meant, Captain. Forget it.
Very well, Your Grace.
Listen, Bernard. About this robber. I heard some rumors.
About his being a relative of mine, Melodas?
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wolfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wolfen of Kamberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Kamberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like, but I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offense, Captain. Well, tell me all about it then. After all, there's no smoke without fire, and I never heard about the Kamberg clan from a member of the family.
Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Kamberg relatives. When Wolfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit.
My horse is so fast, I have to, like...
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Yeah.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he'd cursed them. I couldn't blame them.
Why's that?
Uncle Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No, he was born that way. You see, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, she fell pregnant. Just say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. Only she ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ!
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn.
Oh.
Only the 5th survived. He was disfigured. Wilhelm, they say, which cheated her, and instead of getting rid of the child, put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful.
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. Didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough. But he turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
You're right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. Cursed everything and everyone in his path, started throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. He sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, but because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. There were folk who said he was dead. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing from you than the stories my
Midas
nurses
and
used to
Cyril.
tell me. How are we
sent them
supposed
to
to
scout
deal
ahead.
with a monster like
Those
that?
bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin,
I'm glad you
take
came.
2 men and come back here later.
Oh.
I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat.
Yes, Captain.
Oh. They hung his boys from the tree right there. Dang.
Yeah.
Hans, we're going into like a battle and you're not wearing armor? I mean, this is a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
What are you doing, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alive. Okay. Is going well? Yeah. Hans with that big pro tag energy. Pretty much.
Good health to you.
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wolflin is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolflin?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Kamberg clan is cursed.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfin and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolfin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night.
Yeah, but just heard this.
And you believe...
Depends how you look at it. As for Wolfin, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him.
And you believe
Whoops.
it?
Okay.
God be with you.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
Okay.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhof, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp.
Okay.
Take care.
Cool. Do the north one first, after I grab a beer with it. Well said, Grizzard. Hans is just a beast and no armor needed. That also, I think, is valid. Yep. Totally valid. Is Siri here? Not tonight. No. Upstairs munching.
Yeah.
Oh. Do we do a woman's lot yet? Nope. Well, let's try this first. Okay, fine. Could I use your night vision potion instead? I could, but I knew I was just riding up the road.
Good morning.
Captain Bernard sent me. It's about that attack.
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again. I don't know what else I can tell you.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need to hear every detail you can tell me.
What do you want to know?
How many of them were there?
2 or 3. I'm not sure. My head's still in a spin.
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband made me hide indoors, and I only saw them through the window.
So your husband was outside?
Yes, he tried to parley with them.
What did they take?
Not much. We haven't a pot to piss in, which I told them in no uncertain terms as soon as they came here.
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking, and they just rode off again, without further ado?
More or less.
But just a while ago, you told me you were indoors the whole time.
Yes, I was. Mostly.
So were you inside or outside? Did you talk to them or not?
Well, like I say, it was confusing.
Okay, so you're
I
just
don't
lying to
remember
me
much.
completely.
Look here, I'm not sure what happened here, but I can't shake the feeling you're holding something back.
No, it's just, it all happened so quickly. I'm still bewildered from it all.
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one thing clear. Those bandits are led by Sir Wolfling, Baron of Kamberg, and he's not just some common outlaw. If we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay. So you better speak up, no matter what happened here.
Lord Jesus, why must we be persecuted so?
So, what really happened here?
First, promise me you'll get rid of them.
That's exactly what I'm here for.
They came a few days ago, took a pig and a sack of apples. We put up no resistance. I noticed one of them had an injured leg, so I offered to treat it for him.
That was very Christian of you, considering they came to rob you.
All I cared about was that they wouldn't kill us.
Go on. What happened then?
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. Only the same evening, they came back again. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp. And in the morning I came home again.
I understand. They threatened you.
They didn't exactly threaten me. They didn't have to. But if they get away from you, they'll come back and get revenge.
Don't worry. We'll take care of them.
So you know where they're camped? I'd like you to lead me there.
I won't go to their camp, no. But I know of a place where you'll have a good view of it.
That'll do me.
God be with you.
Oh.
I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for. The camp's not far away in this direction.
Thanks. And don't worry. I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
So, I'm not just supposed to kill them all, right?
Looks like I found it. I better get back and report to Captain Bernard.
Okay. So it just failed scouting the other camp?
What's going on there? What's that?
Oh, because you found him. Okay. Okay.
What's that?
Nothing.
Filth and stink everywhere.
Hey, who's mother? What are you doing here?
Nothing.
What's the matter? Lost your balls?
Ow.
Cunt! No. Christ! Vent my rage on someone! Hey, all of you! Gather here! Who's Raise the alarm! Us! Is that the best you can do? You!
Kurwa!
Bring it on!
Oh, God. We're getting womboed.
I'm going to enjoy this.
All right, you win.
Nope. Not doing that. Bro wasn't even looking at me and just master struck me. That was pretty impressive.
You get one!
What's the matter?
You gonna cry now?
Go fucking
Don't weep.
Oh, what was that?
Bring it on!
Oh, man. We're going back. There were so many things about that were so lame. We're totally going back down there. Okay. Pop a bunch of potions? Yes. We're going to do... I only have like this one and this one, but that's still good.
Looks like I found it. I better get back and report to Captain Bernard.
What's going on there?
Nothing. What's going on with you?